because this is my first time dealing with any computer classes or
That's
anything like that.
that's okay. I think, are you interested in working in tech?
Yes, so basically, I want, as a mom of three kids, I wish if I can find a job where I can work from home, but not like to a certain level, basic level. And
Like, what types of jobs are you interested in? I think.
would
Because
you
that's kind of the key. That's the most important part. Because do you have some job ideas that you're interested in?
basically something like customer service, front desk help, where I can answer calls, and the most important thing to work from home for me.
I think you got to realize that I'm just going to try to give some good advice. When you're going for a job, every skill matters. So the important part when applying for a job, people are going to be looking at a lot of different applicants with different skill levels. More skills you have, the more attractive you are to the company.
Mhm.
Adding skills to your resume is always going to make you a more attractive candidate for a job. So, especially if are you currently home all the time now,
No, I'm working part-time job right now.
but on site or not
Yeah,
remote?
yeah, in person.
And it's also like the drivers automatically right now for most positions that go remote. The thing with remote positions is you immediately start to compete with other countries. You're competing with positions which are more specific in nature in terms of needs, but you're interested in working in tech, right? At the end of the day, more specifically, are there areas in tech that you're interested in?
I know it's a necessity. This is my mind. Even if I don't work with it, at least I'm gonna know stuff that I need for my life and for my kids' life.
Right.
So,
Well, and it will help you in every job too. Like, so you got to remember, the best investment you can do is in yourself.
mhm.
So that's what's going to pay off the most over time. Now, you never got, in general, there's going to be very few classes that are going to train you for a very specific job. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what the difference is for most people.
Mhm.
Any class like that you're committing to yourself to learn. This one's particularly a technology class. It's a certification preparation class. So this is a technology certification prep course, essentially, if you want to give it a really specific name. You got to realize it's not just about the certification. The
Yeah.
certification is the record that you completed it, which is different than not having the record, right? Or not having the experience. Oh, I got to the top of the hill, I got my prize, right? So don't get lost. Yes, this class is targeted at preparing you for passing a test, but you need to realize that this class is also preparing you to how to learn new things. And that's a lot of people have to struggle with that and learning new things because you're not going to know everything. And that's the one thing I was trying to get across to people the first night is you're not going to know everything and anything that you decide. Even when you start a new job, you're not going to know everything. Even if you, let's hypothetically say you go out and you apply for some jobs, there's always that transition of what you know and what you don't know. And I'll tell you, the people who end up achieving the most and making the most money and ultimately going further at any job, it's more than just getting a job. It's also getting the best job you can. It's getting the one that pays the best, the one that also pushes you to have certain skills. That you're going to be better prepared for the experience of doing that work with an experience that's going to prepare you. So this class is going to be you making an effort to look at material, review material, learn about concepts that you may or may not be familiar with, and then apply what you know. And there's going to be times that you're going to understand something right away and you're going to understand it. Then there's going to be things that you're like, I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
And guess what? That happens to everyone in this class, just so you,
Mhm.
it happens to everybody. And what I found is that you're looking for something to help you to get that jump start. You're looking for something that's going to help you. You have to realize that the more you commit to yourself, the more you'll get it on the back end. because this class should make you think about how you're learning new things. B, it's also like think of the class time as a little bit of a reflection time of like, what do I really want to do? Because it's better to maybe take a class like this and each week you're learning something new, but also ask yourself, do I like this topic? Do I want to work in this area or do I want to work in a different area? Is there something, because we cover a lot of different areas and you never know exactly which one you're going to like more. Now, learning about them all can be a challenge, but it's kind of the point is like learn enough about it to know if you like it or you don't like it. I will say when you're done with the class and definitely with taking the tests, you're prepared to go out and apply for technology positions. In that, as we go through the course, there'll be times that I'm going to actually work with you and identify some potential resume updates
Okay.
based on the things we're learning. And also, just you're going to be learning about different types of jobs. What's the value of the course when you're looking to get a job and maybe you're new to tech or you're looking for a job in a certain type of area or a certain type of job? So right now, if you go out for a remote job, there are remote jobs available, but there's a wide range of remote jobs. And you got to remember with the remote jobs, they're starting to compete more broadly with people from other countries, things like that. So remote jobs are good, but you're going to notice that there's a difference in some of the pay scales. Like at the entry level remote jobs, they're a little bit lower, but someone who maybe worked in person somewhere who has some other higher skills might get paid higher for remote because they have some skills they're bringing from a previous job. Now, the one thing that I think this class will give to you, whether you're looking for a remote job, an in-person job, an entry level, or even a little bit past an entry level position, is it's going to give you a very strong base in understanding the elements of customer support. You're going to be a really strong troubleshooter. You're going to have a lot of new experience, and we'll do some of it actually tonight. You're going to have a lot of experiences troubleshooting different types of technology topics. And what that's going to help you do is that if you're in a job interview about a topic, so for example, I taught a class last night in person. I told them the topic that they were learning about was command line programming. And they're at the stage where they're taking the class, they're learning about it, but they have questions like, where does this fit in my career? Almost like a section of a course. And I said to them, do this one thing. You can use AI, but ask AI for 5 processes related to trouble command line programming that I would find at an entry level job. You're much more, my point being is you're going to be in job interviews. If you're going to look to improve your job, you're going to be in job interviews, remote or in person, that are going to ask you questions around not only your hard technical skills. Do you know how to do this? Work with an Excel spreadsheet, for example, or work as a programming person on any level, work with data. Whatever job you apply for, there's going to be questions around your technical skills and what you have for technical skills and what you don't. And there's going to be questions around your soft skills and your collaboration skills, like how you work with others, how well you work on a team, all of that. Additionally, there's going to be questions that are a combination of those, is working on a team and troubleshooting. Troubleshooting itself is a soft skill. You can troubleshoot a technology problem, but sometimes not even know all the technology at it. Is hardware a topic that everybody loves? No. Is it a topic that changes the more you know about it? Completely. We're going to be on the computer tonight going over hardware topics and getting introduced to motherboards and connectors. Now, at first glance, that's just a lot of different types of hardware and the connectors for computers. But that starts to change. For example, say you're working a remote job for a company that does software and you have to take a phone call where someone's saying, I can't see the software. Maybe there's an issue with my screen, or maybe there's an issue with the installation of the software. In this class, we're going to cover the connectors for the computer monitor or screen. We're going to cover software installation and things like that. So what happens is this knowledge that we go over, as much as it feels, there's a word called rote, like ROTE, very static. Over time, and especially with the questions that we're going to work on tonight, you're going to find that you're going to learn more about how all the pieces work together. And what that's going to do is when you look at it, my goal is to get you during this class that if you start to look at job descriptions is the next step, that you start to see the elements in certain job descriptions as components of this class. So if you look for a remote IT support position, you're going to start to see a lot of the same descriptions and terms and things in this class that you see in that job description. The same with in-person jobs. So that's the connection, is that the information, the things that you may not know right now when you read a wide variety of job descriptions, you're going to have a knowledge of, and you're going to have a really good knowledge of. I hope that helps. It's kind of hard because when you're in the beginning, sometimes I feel like it's easy to not know what you're looking for, but you want it. You want to go in the right direction. And sometimes it's hard to be resilient. It's hard to stay strong. So what I would recommend is this for anyone who feels like maybe you either get overwhelmed with the amount of information or you get to a point where you feel like you're not learning stuff fast enough. I think that happens too, or you get frustrated when you don't remember something. That's where you have to pause and take a deep breath. I think it's a great question is what's this course mean when you start to think about employment? And I do keep that as a theme through a lot of the course, but I'll try to keep it maintained, especially as we cross certain topics, just to give you more context. I'll be very honest. You won't really know what you get out of this course until you're done with it and fully experienced it. But I've had people who've come in with very limited technology experience do extremely well. And the difference in why they do well than those who is their patience with the material. They don't quit on themselves, or they just don't quit on themselves. It's more like, maybe I don't understand this today, but I'm going to go back the next time we meet and try it again. That's a big difference. And they set small goals for themselves and they work on it little by little, and treat it little by little. Because I'm all right. Yes, we'll do some assessments, but don't be hard on yourself. It's too soon to be too hard on yourself, especially if you're newer to tech, because there's going to be a time. It's like hearing anything 3 times. The first time you hear it, you're probably not going to know what it is. The second time you hear something, you'll be like, oh, I've heard of that before. Third time, you're going to recognize it. The fourth time, you're going to wonder, all right, it's about that learning and improvement. And all of these skills help you get jobs. And I'll show you how. That'll be a little bit of the theme. So you definitely, like, in thinking about jobs, you want to think about that there are, remember, soft skills and technical skills. And soft skills are the ones that are like collaboration, teamwork, and you just want to remember that's a big part of the 2 roles. And then technical skills are, of course, just like technology skills, like programming, data management. And you could also say that troubleshooting is a soft skill, even though it's tied to technical, because it's a strategy on how you do it. And much of the research now is saying that people are looking for both of these sets of skills.